January 29th. Ben, my brother Ben, went on his date with Becky and Jared today. She's pretty. She is taller than him. Mom said all these guys were staring at me at the mall, but I didn't notice. I kind of like Johannes Visser. Dad keeps telling me to not tease Ben about Becky. I get so mad because I'm not going to. He only tells me that to remind himself not to tease him. January 30. Today was the pro-life show. It was very good. I hope that I can do another one sometime. I hate it when I sweat on my bum. I am soaked on my back and feet, and my legs are cramped. The title they put on the channel listing was supposed to be Sex, Teens, and Love. It was Abstan Ants, Teen Issues. We were a little upset. February 1. Dad said that I'm allowed to pat guys on the back. He said since Becky's dad is protective and Ben is so nice and I was smart on the show, there must be one or two nice boys in Western Canada. February 6th. Sherry asked me to get her a smoke. I gave her one that I got from Tom. He's nicer to me when Jan isn't around. I heard today that BJ isn't allowed to talk on the phone to girls. It made me so mad. I read in a book that a girl whose parents were so strict she only went to youth group but no youth parties. She climbed out her window to see a 19-year-old boy and she got pregnant. The first thought I had was, good for her. It's her parents' fault. February 10th. Sarah is silly just to get attention. Sarah was a little girl that I used to babysit who grew up to be a fashion model. She's beautiful. Tonight, she put hot water from the tap in the bathroom and made mandarin tea and mixed it with a teaspoon of Nescafe hot chocolate. I'm such a pig when I babysit. I must have eaten 5 Oreos. I'll have to make myself to say no to junk food. I scarf down food while I walk after the kids so I don't enjoy it and eat more. I should eat slower. February 11th. My feet hurt. I went to Missions Fest today. I walked outside and this creepy short guy said, "You look nice." I was checking out guys all day. I met a guy called Dale. I like the stares I get. As we were leaving, this guy said hi in my face. I felt rude because I didn't say hi back. I would have, but Mom and Dad were in a hurry. Also, a girl asked me if she could borrow a smoke. February 12th. He is just what I wanted since S and I broke up. And then there's like this little note because it looked like I wrote incest. I wrote, "It looks like incest, but it isn't." Ugh. I had to be clear. I often went back and read my diaries and edited things with the perspective, the newfound perspective that I had. I just met the guy of my dreams today. His name is John. I was sitting in an alcove and these 2 black guys, actually I think only John was black, and they walked by. I turned around just in time to see them look at me. Later, I was standing someplace and he comes up. "Do I know you from somewhere?" I said no, and he said, "'Cause I just wanted to say that you looked really hot sitting over there." I was so surprised. It was like fantasy becoming reality. Then his friend dragged him off. We saw each other later and he apologized for his friend. We planned to go to a seminar later. We met at 5:15 and went to a seminar on street children. All through it, he was telling me about what he's done with street children and asked me about myself. When the lights went out, he put his arm around me and I laid my head on his shoulder. He said that he thought that a nice girl like me would have a boyfriend. Mom likes him because he talked a lot to her. Dad said he doesn't like his hair. I walked him to the line for the teen concert and gave him a hug. He touched my cheek and kissed me and whispered, "I love you." Then I turned my head and kissed him on the mouth. He says, "Whatever." He is perfect. He is so smooth. He is a fantasy. He knows when to make a move. He knows when I want him to make a move. We don't just talk about kissing or past experiences, but we talk about things that are important to us. He is someone I would want as a friend, but the chemistry is definitely there. Underline definitely. I've been looking for a guy like this for so long. I finally found him. It worked out almost too well, like with Sean, except I felt like I made all the moves. I'm glad I turned around. How did this happen? It is what I needed. And then I write, ew, ew. Not because past me disagreed with even further past me. February 13th. It was too good to be true. John told Mike so many lies about me. Mike is my friend now. He told me how John is known for lying. He made a joke about a training bra. He told Mike that I went with him to a children's room and had sex, but I was so tight he wanted to take a shower afterwards. John is not a virgin. He is a liar. I seriously considered telling his parents on him. I hope he gets in trouble so he'll never lie again. I didn't mind kissing him. I didn't totally believe that he liked me. He was too perfect. The one difference was he didn't ask if he could kiss me or anything. John obviously does not respect me. I told my parents that I think he's a liar. I feel sorry for him. I'm not angry anymore. He told Mike that my parents said I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone over 17. Mike admitted on the phone that he was 18. From now on, people, especially guys, will have to earn my trust. I want John to suffer. That's all. I can't wait till I tell my friends. February 14th. I told Mike he could beat John up. He sounds so much like Steven over the phone. I don't think I'll trust anyone for a while. February 15th. I can't trust anyone. Mom and Dad have spies everywhere. I don't know if they think it is so cute that they have to tell Mom and Dad, or they don't approve, or Mom and Dad tell them to tell them every time they see me with a guy. I was hyperventilating at dinner because of this, so I called Amelia to pick me up and we went for a drive and I told her everything. We were out till 9:15. I was going to go to her house, but Dad made me walk with him for a talk and I had to tell Amelia to go home. I didn't really want to go to her house. February 16th. I think I've forgiven John. I wonder if he'll actually call. February 20th. He didn't call. Shane and Grant were talking about this necklace and I think my dress that I was wearing. They were complimenting me, but I was still thinking about Captain Kerfuffle's clown alley and I kind of missed it. Mike told me he was 16. He is telling the truth, I think. I don't know if I can trust him. I told Robin and Grant all about John and gave him his address so they could beat him up. February 21. Jerry wrote Jan a love poem. He's really pathetic. It was a good poem, but it is just so stupid. He should just leave her alone. Mike and her really like each other, but she should be honest with Tom. Dad says I'm allowed to hug guys now because of the way I acted at my party yesterday. I was so shocked. Mom was saying how last night, when Grant and Robin were leaving, Dad said something about shaking hands, and Grant said, "What? No kisses?" I said, "Well, my dad's here." Mom was talking about it and smiling, going, It's no big deal. I think my mom was weird. February 22. I was such a pig today. John is a player. Tom keeps asking about my boyfriend. It bugs me a little for some reason. I ate 3/4 of a bag of Orion sour cream and onion chips. I kept eating and didn't stop. I think I might have had PMS when I wrote this. Just mad at boys and eating a lot of food. Where was I? Really faded pencils here. Why didn't I use pen? I didn't stop. I felt so bad I had a smoke. I think I hoped to throw up. I'm probably never going to do that again. Anorexics, bulimics, and binge eaters are ugly. I'm not eating multivitamins since they increase your appetite a lot. Guess what, baby teen? So does PMS. I told Jan she shouldn't cheat on Tom in a really nice way. She said don't tell him about Mike. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. I won't tell Tom anything, but I might want him to find out so she never cheats on a guy again. Tom at lunch was standing so close to my face and stared at me. I could have easily kissed him. I may not approve of Jan cheating on Tom, but I won't let him be too friendly with me. I smacked him lightly on the face, and he said, "What did you hit me for?" I said, "You were standing too close." He said, "Can I kiss you next time?" I said no. Of course. February 23rd. Nag, nag, nag. That's all Mom and Dad do. Lately, the sound of their voice has really been bugging me. Jen got mad at Tom for something today. She asked Joey where Tom was, and he said, "Who?" Yuck. My lip prints have been so gross lately. I was obsessed with leaving lip prints on so many things. I'm surprised there's not more in this diary. February 25. I don't want to die. My life is too good and I have too many things to do. February 27th. I think Mike is interested in me. I don't trust him. I think he lies to me. March 10th. Mike told me that I was beautiful and sweet and that he would never hurt me. That remains to be seen. My stomach hurts, but in a good way. March 12th. Mike asked me to his grad, but I had to turn him down because Mom and Dad won't let me go to dances. I told him to take someone else, but he said he'd never go alone. Oh, brother. He better get a date for prom. He is 18. I did not want him to be this serious. I don't want to kiss him. I would rather spend all day playing video games with Robin and Grant than go out dancing with Mike. April 17th. I think I want to be an apologetic and or a psychologist when I grow up.